So thank you all for joining tonight. My name is Rhonda Fulmer. I'm with SC Economics, and we are so happy that you have decided to select the South Carolina Department of Education as your one of your sessions tonight. I'm going to introduce you to Dana Depew from the South Carolina Department of Education, which many of you already know. And when we're done, I will wrap up with some things you need to know, especially 3 things that have to do with money, more money for you. So Dana, it's all yours.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Ms.
I
Rhonda.
should introduce Cassidy. I'm sorry. Cassidy Stiegelbauer is our team member who is very familiar with Zoom, and she is going to be admitting people and helping us when we need technical help, because this is not something I'm familiar with. And Dana, how about you?
A little bit, just a little.
Well, if anybody has any questions during the session, feel free to put them in the chat box and I'll relay them to Dana and get her attention and flag her down.
Well, guys, well, first off, hi, but I would like for you to do something for me. If you would, please open your chat box and don't press enter, but type what school district you're in. And if you're hybrid or if you're still at home doing virtual, like you could say Orangeburg-hybrid. And when I say go, then I want you to press enter. And Cassie, tell me who responds and what they say, okay? Because I don't see a chat. I just tried to open the chat and it wouldn't do. Give everybody a chance to type in their name of their school district, dash, are you hybrid or are you still virtual or are you face-to-face all the way?
All right. So Diana Penning, she is from Lexington Richland 5.
I didn't say press enter yet. Oh. I wanted to give them a chance to type it in. Okay, now everybody ready, set, go.
Oh, okay. So okay. Diana Penning is from Lexington Richland 5 and they are hybrid.
Okay, hi.
Toya Bennett is from CCSD and they are hybrid.
Charleston.
Yep. Linda Nesbitt is from Spartanburg 2 and they're hybrid. Pam Farrell is from Chester County and they're hybrid. Sherry Smith is from the school district of Pickens County and they are doing face-to-face and some remote. Okay. Andrea Dickey is from Richland 2 and they're doing virtual. I think I may have said LaToya Bennett. Yes. Tammy Campbell is from Lexington District 2 and they're in hybrid. Ruby King is from Orangeburg and they're doing hybrid. Debbie Sweat is actually at Blythewood High School. They're in Richland 2 and they are virtual until November 4th.
Ooh.
And then Contrilla Anderson is from Bamberg Earnhardt High School and they are hybrid.
Okay, hi Bamberg, how you doing? Good to see you here, guys, for coming in and finding out the changes that are going on here in the State Department. We just had our fall update this morning or today, so I'll share with you some data that came in from our director, and then I'll share with you information that is hot off the press that I shared with the directors earlier today. Excuse me, guys, I got a little bit of traffic here. And so thank you for coming. I'll try to be nice and slow because I only had like 10 minutes this morning and I can spread it out just a little bit. If you have a question, please put it in the chat. Cassie said she'll let me know and I will stop and I will address your question. There's somebody waiting to come in.
Oh, Dana, we actually have one more as well. Terry Vic Phillips is from Lexington 1 at White Knoll High School and they are hybrid. Well.
Okay, great. See, we still got all kinds of ways people are still teaching here in the state. I know we're all going to be so thankful to go back to normal, but do you really feel like we're going to go back to normal? That might be a good yes, no. Go in your chat and go ahead and press yes or no. Do you feel like we're going to go back to normal after all this is over with?
We have a lot of no's.
11 no's. I really don't think a lot.
A lot of no's. Agree. I'm sorry, and 2 yeses.
I really don't think we're going to go back to the normal, the bricks and the mortar. I think we're going to see a change where schools are going to integrate or embed and have some hybrid instruction going on and some face-to-face. especially in CTE, because, you know, career and technical education, we have to have face-to-face because our students need to demonstrate their career-ready skills. There are some certifications as all hands-on, especially health science, you know, as I hear from my health science coworker. So, I mean, you're still going to be expected to demonstrate that face-to-face things. But guys, remember now, wherever we go, we always have this profile, the South Carolina graduate. I show it in all my presentations, and I want you to be sure that you have shared it in yours, and you may even want to open up your own Zoom meetings with it, because that's what we're all here to do, is to make sure our students are graduating as this profile is shown to us here. I won't dwell on it, okay? I found out some numbers this morning I want to share with you. Do you believe that CTE completers, now these are students in career and technical education who have completed a program of study like general management or accounting or carpentry or health science, we had 98% of them graduated from high school. That is way higher than the normal graduation rate. I tried to ask for that information, and it's not going to be released until Friday. That's when the school report cards are going to be posted on the education website. So if you want to know how your school did, you know, you'll be able to access that information Friday. That's when it'll all be out to the public. But that is crazy, isn't it? 98%. Think about how important it is for our children to go into CTE. They just have a goal. And they know that for them to get out of school, they have these career-ready skills that we've been pushing in our profile, and they're going to graduate. And I've seen it in previous years, like 76%. I mean, I'm talking about non-CTE, like overall statewide, 76%, 74%. So I would be fascinated to find out what it is statewide, and I'm gonna look on Friday. One of the career indicators for career ready is a completer with earning silver or above on their WIN assessment. So you can see we had a 66% of our completers that had silver or above. So that we're really happy with that. You know, it increased 5%. And you see we had a percentage of completers 9th through 12th within the state has increased. But only overall from all the students in the state, we only have 6.4% of them are completers, which is really small. Our director would like to see that number increase. That is very small, but just think 98% of them do graduate from high school. Okay, some other numbers here. Let's see, we had programs that were completed where we had over 16,000 students. We had the number of students that completed in 1920. Well, I'm trying to figure out, oh yeah, from 1819, but I'm trying to say, what is the difference between the two? So we had CTE programs that were completed were over 16,000, but the students that completed them were 16,000. So a little bit of difference, because we're not talking about the high school seniors here. We're talking about the students. They can complete in their, I've seen freshmen complete because they just taken all the classes they need to, you know, finish a program. And then they go on to another program. So we've seen freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors are completing. They're just not counted until their senior year when they graduate, if that makes sense. Counted for graduation until their senior year. We're sad to say there was a decrease in work-based learning experiences. I think you all can guess what the number one reason why. 30% decrease. I don't even know if I need to do the cascade in the chat. Would you like to try to guess? Go ahead and put it in the chat, and then we'll press enter and we'll find out. So we'll do it one time. When I say enter, then I want you to press enter. So go ahead and tell me why you think there was a 30% decrease in work-based learning. If your business like me, you probably went da-da-da-da, and you're already waiting, right? Press enter. Let's see if we all came up with the same answer. Miss Cassidy?
We got a lot of COVID, pandemic, virtual.
All of it. Any others? COVID pandemic and virtual? All of the above. Yes, all of the above. I mean, we were scared, weren't we, in the spring to send our students out in the workplace, and they all stayed home. So there was no outside classroom experience. But whatever happened to the virtual experiences? And so we're going, well, whatever happened to virtual job shadowing and virtual, working in a team, virtual this and virtual that. So please make sure to think creative and outside the box so your students can have some very meaningful work-based learning experiences. Remember, whatever we do here in the classroom prepares them to be career ready. Are there any questions so far? Okay, some initiatives that are going on here in the state. We've been doing a lot of PD about how to teach virtually. If you didn't hear about this, we had a really cool one called Distance Learning Playbook. It was on Friday and Monday, and I sat there as an administrator. I'm going, this is a really cool book, but it was interesting. It was a good book. I said, as a teacher, I would be using it as a Bible. There's something going on with NEET. And then we're doing an SREB, virtual learning professional development, starting in December. I don't know who's part of that experience, but I know the information will be going out to the districts very soon. So we'll be doing a lot of virtual learning opportunities. And if you're aware of my programs, I sent out a newsletter and within a statewide district memorandum about PDs that I'm offering virtually. We are going to stackable credentials very soon. We were going to try to do it this year, but everything went on a hold from last spring. Even, Congress went home and nothing happened other than just make it through the best safest way possible. Before we had the one and dones, like OSHA done, or image editing, Adobe done. We're going to do like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So we want to see a demonstrated growth in career ready skills. We just don't want to see the one and dones. So our goal here is to make sure that your students have as many opportunities as possible to demonstrate career readiness. And of course, our credentials that we all recognize are reported or seen in the student reporting guide at the CTE website under accountability. And so if you see all of them, we have over 300 recognized certifications and credentials, not that many for career ready. And the goal is, whenever we get one that, somebody comes in the office and says, hey, put me in the student reporting guide, I want to be a credential that school districts will use, we look at it as being, is it something that is recognized? Is it aligned to our core standards? Is it going to help the students have a leg up into the job interviewing process and provide, of course, a living wage? So, we're trying to make sure these are relevant certifications that are meaningful and aligned to their programs. And of course, it says focus on changes during the current pandemic. You could read that.
We actually have one question from Debbie Sweat. She's asked, how does she get on the mailing list? She just moved to South Carolina in 2019.
Send me an email and my name's at the bottom. I'll let you see it in just a second. Depew@ed.sc.gov. So can you put that in?
Yeah, I'll add it to the chat now. Uh-oh.
Listserv. So I'm collecting email addresses. Okay. So do the best you can with that work-based learning. It's very important to expose children to increasing their work-based readiness skills. Okay. We are doing revised standards. I have like 5, 6, 7 of them that I'm planning on doing. I was hoping to have them done by Christmas. It's just not happening. With just a lot of things are going on. In fact, there's somebody here in my chat, in my group, who was on 2 of them. We revised digital literacy, middle school course, and made it like a pre-computer science class. Andrew Cook, who's over IT, was part of that committee. He's looking over the standards now. We revised the integrated business applications one earlier this month in October. It's all virtual. You don't have to miss school. We're trying to do it when you're out of school, generally around 5 o'clock or 5:30 till, like an hour and a half to 2 if we need to over 4 days, or 3, really depending on the complexity of the class. We are going to be field reviewing these revised standards probably in December or the next couple weeks. And I do want to let you know that I have that with my committee's help for digital literacy, we revised the middle school course standards in the top section. We do not have the employability skills and the workplace skills, where they're more social emotional skills, which have been vetted and over throughout the country, and that we're going to adopt for middle school course standards. So please, when you see them being posted, please look at them and tell me what you feel about it. So I have that feedback to share with the field and with my director.
So Dana, one more question from Linda. She wants to know if there is any chance that students will get a high school credit again for that middle school digital literacy course.
No way, Jose. Not at all. It is a middle school course. It's got a middle school activity code. There's just no way you'll ever be able to get high school credit for that course. Okay? Sorry. You can teach a business ed class at the middle school using the regulation that says it must be taught at high school standards with the 120 seat hours, with students who are able to do the work, who have already met the prerequisites for the class. I mean, it can be done, but that digital literacy won't be the class. Okay, it has a middle school activity and I cannot change it. Good question. Thank you. You're not the first one. Okay. Now I'm going to get into the nuts and bolts. This is my job. And so I gave you like an overall state thing. And now I'm going to get into technical skills assessments and into my clusters. Tell me if I'm doing good on my time, if you would. Okay. I also facilitate technical skills assessments. So if you have a student who is a completer in your course, you would want them to take their technical end of program assessment. Please reference the technical skill assessment at the CTE webpage. I'm not going to click on the link because I don't want to mess with what I have going right now. I did do a recording and it was supposed to have been posted the last week, but our webmaster was probably inundated. We used to have 2 admins. We're down to 1 for 17 people. And so she's probably going, so God bless her. So there is a webinar that I did do. So if you want to know about any changes, which I'll tell you in a second. Remote proctoring. Yes, you can do it. Please look at the testing information forms. Now for business finance, for my finance clusters, our end of program assessment is through CTEX, and they do have remote proctoring for a small fee, like, I don't know, I think it's $3 a person or $7 a person. So I did share the information. I will share the information with the directors about it. But remember, you can bring the students into the lab, appropriately socially distanced, wearing their face mask, and they can take their assessment on the computer. And so all the information about technical skills assessments are updated. So make sure you check that website out. Okay, here's the schedule. Like I said, I did a fall update, so I'm not going to go through and delete health science and delete ag. It just, this is our schedule for the fall. So your school may do a fall technical skills assessments. CTEX window for finance, business, and marketing is December the 15th through February the 15th. We pushed it back because school started later. And we went further back, like into the middle of February, because I didn't know really when the semester is going to end, since school started right after Labor Day for most school districts. So I made this executive decision with CTEX. I said, these dates sound good? And they said, yeah, that's fine. I said, okay, great. Okay. And you can see where the summer is also pushed back to June 11th, kind of middle of June, to accommodate school districts' testing windows and their schedules. Okay. here's all the changes for business management and administration. I did get a new class called Advanced Business Law. It's actually for a new program, and I'll share that with you further into the PowerPoint. I have a revised IBA 2 a year ago, and it's going to become a computer science class as of next year, 21-22. And it has a new name called Business Data Applications. Its focus will be on data analysis in MS Access and MS Excel. So if you do not know your Access in Excel, this is a good time to look for some PD. I am offering 2 PD professional development webinars in the spring, one on Access, one on Excel. Most everybody knows Excel, but there's some skills in Excel that you probably need to look up, like how to do a dashboard or how to do the collecting the pictorials and such. And of course, with Access is how to collect data, organize it, and put it in forms, tables, reports, do queries. There might be some visual basic coding in there. You may want to look at some free or some lynda.com tutorials or YouTube tutorials on how to do visual basic.
So Dana, is this class that you're talking about, does this count as the computer science class that students need to graduate?
Yes, as of next year, it will count. It is my 3rd unit option in all my programs. So it's going to be there in many of my districts who are heavily involved in business are really excited about this. They just don't want to do IT fundamentals or do discovering computer science or fundamentals of computing, which are 2 really good classes, not IT fundamentals, but those other 2, they're really good. And I really advise all schools to teach it. Because it's got the problem solving and it's critical thinking. I mean, some really good skills that we want our students to have to meet the needs of industry as we move forward here in the 2020s, here in the state of South Carolina, and the 2030s. So, I mean, on until I retire and somebody's got to pay for my Social Security. So we want to make sure these children have the skills to meet the needs and the demands of our industry.
So Diana also wanted to know if IBA 2 is anywhere in a completer pathway.
Oh, IBA 2 is in administrative services as the 3rd star, but in all the others, it's just an option to use. It's just another course to take. But the IBA, but business data applications, the new name for IBA 2 next year, because it's been revamped, redesigned for computer science. That is the 3rd option in all the programs. We revised IBA 1. When we first started on the very first meeting, I said, we don't have IBA 2. Why do we need IBA 1? So the whole week we bandied out a name and we came up with digital office applications. It's been revised. It added some virtual collaboration because, now that we entered into a new phase of education, we wanted our students to have a unit of virtual collaboration, Teams or Google Meet or is it Google Hangout, or Zoom, and share and learn some skills in our virtual face-to-face. We also revised digital literacy, and it's got a new name, but I don't know what it is yet, y'all. I'm still talking with the committee, and it has been revamped a little bit for 22-23, new name. I'm going to be revising digital publication design, global business, and I do have an innovative course in real estate in Charleston. I just want to share that with you. Okay. Certifications. All the end of program assessments in business, finance, and marketing are recognized as a tier 2 in the student reporting guide. So if your students take any of their assessments in business information management, general management, HR management, operations management, administrative services, and they pass the assessment, they can record it in PowerSchool. I also have some stackables. I call them tier 1. Precision exams, which has a new name. It's called U-Science Flash Precision Exams. They're all in the student reporting guide. I think there's about 7 of them. They're tier 1. They're $7. I think they're $12 an assessment. You'll have to talk to your CTE administrator about how to go about registering and getting your students to take it. So after they complete a course, you can match it up to the precision exam assessment. Some next year that I just got in the last couple weeks. Adobe has renamed some of their certifications, and I've added some design specialist certifications, and I'm adding TOSA, ISOGRAD Digicomp, which is InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop. And I looked at those three because they're part of my business information management. And most of them is Adobe, and I wanted them to have straight Adobe, which is recognized for career readiness, but I wanted to look at the TOSA as a pre-assessment to see how much Adobe they know to demonstrate their skills from what they're learning in their business information management program. Okay, finance. Okay, finance new certifications. How many of you saw ICEV last night's presentation? If you could put it in the chat, say yes or no. Press enter. I want to see if you met with Mr. Glenn. He's awesome and so helpful. Okay, did I get a bunch of yeses?
We have 7 yeses, I believe.
Oh, good, good. He is so helpful. If you didn't get a chance to see him last night, he is very accommodating. He will train you on using ICEV. It can be the curriculum. You could tweak it and add all kinds of units into it, make it very unique to meet your course standards and meet the interests of your students. And you can align it to various certifications that we have recognized in the student reporting guide. So I do have the personal financial literacy certification was just added in this year. Okay.
Dana, if I can interrupt you, I'll tell you that Glenn told us last night that if you mentioned that you were participating in SE Finance Forum, there is a discount. In fact, I think he's giving away several quarters of his courses.
Oh.
Make sure you just mention you were here.
He was, oh, there you go. You just mentioned 7 of them, just mentioned it. He is just as I'd be looking at it if I was in the classroom. It's not real cheap, but if you're thinking, no, I don't know if my school district, all you could do is ask. Just ask, and you might find your school district is already doing it in another school. So just reach out, and it is state adopted for various of my programs for my courses. Okay, and there I told you about BDA again being added to all the programs in finance. It is perfect for the finance programs. I mean, Excel, Access, come on, that's what it's all about, right? Analyzing data. Okay, marketing. We added accounting 1 to all the marketing programs. I met with the marketing teachers in DECA last fall, and I made them go over all the programs, and I said, what do you think about this? And I'm like, will you please add accounting 1? And I'm going, oh, accounting is my heart. Yes, I will add accounting because you said so, and I'm responding to you. So I did it. And I saw this year a lot of schools have re-added accounting into their master schedule. And I love teaching accounting. And I am a business ed teacher, y'all. So and I taught accounting, entrepreneurship, IBA 1, 2, and animation, computer tech, keyboarding, BCA. I mean, I was in the classroom, been in the classroom for a while, been in my position. This is my 5th year. So I just came out of the field and came up into here. So I love business, finance, marketing. Oh, okay. I zipped through that unit in my entrepreneurship class. But anyways, it is just, so let's get back on track. I told you about the counting, but I also did in marketing management, there was marketing and marketing management. Well, I had some schools that wanted to lean towards sports and entertainment. I said, oh, cool. They could do marketing, sports and entertainment management, and then do sports and entertainment communications, and bam, they had a program. And so it just worked great adding that or as that in the required course selection. And I had a really good conversation with a district not too long ago about another program change for maybe business information management, adding an or to one of the required classes. Scheduled revisions. I want to do marketing management and sports and entertainment management this year. It's time. I was supposed to do those 2 courses last spring, but we did not do anything last spring. We kind of just hung tight, no course standards revisions. Our director says, leave the teachers alone. They need to do what they need to do to help our students. We said, okay, we're just here to help you, support you, whatever we could do. New certifications, we have some precision exams, certifications. We have what they call a Charlotte, and this was on the other 3 clusters, the other 2 clusters. Charlotte Works Working Smart. That's more of a regional certification, especially up in York. They were the district that submitted it for approval, and I said, okay. And this is from Charlotte Chamber of Commerce. So I went ahead and added it for them. They went through the appropriate procedures on adding a certification to the student reporting guide. So those are the changes in marketing. I think I'm almost at the end. Okay. Oh, I have a new program. And me? Law? I don't know anything about law. Anyways, that's where it's at. I had an innovative application in Horry County. And they did it through the business program. And it was built from IBA 1 and 2 and from administrative support technology. And so we revised our administrative support technology to make these 2 legal systems technology 1 and 2 with IBA 1 in there. And we made I told you I had created a new course called Advanced Business Law. And so they take the business law, the advanced business law, and then of course they have the work-based credit. So this is more of a 3 or 4 unit completer program, not the 3 that we're used to having in all my business, finance, and marketing. So it's a little bit different. The students have the opportunity to earn their legal or to take and hopefully pass their legal administrative assistant certification. Because when we create programs, we want to make sure they're high quality programs and that they have an opportunity to demonstrate their career ready by achieving working toward earning an industry recognized credential certification. Now, you could do it for a national, this is a national certification, but if you try to become a paralegal in the state of South Carolina, you have to have some work experience. You have to go through the SC bar. And I mean, you just can't walk in and say, hey, I'm a paralegal. You have to demonstrate some work experience and a national certification. And then you take the SC bar certification. That was really interesting. The program, Paralegal Systems Technology program, is in the Law and Public Safety and Security cluster. So I am now in this cluster. So, whoa, okay. I wish I could have kept it in business. I would have felt more comfortable, but that's okay. We're cool. Some of us are cross-cluster, with our programs, but we're fine. I think I'm almost done. Professional learning. I did have my PowerPoint. I should look at it without keep saying it. I think I'm almost done. I was telling you about how I've been offering webinars. I've already done the resource webinar. It's not uploaded yet, but I did send the information. I did the high quality standards aligned integrated curriculum webinar, which is one of our indicators for high quality programs to make sure that we're using a curriculum that is aligned to our state standards, and also working with the academics in your school building. Because remember, we don't teach in a bubble. We teach integrating everything that the students have learned and acquired skill-based, whether it's English, math, science, social studies, and technology. So if you are downloading the standards from any of the CTE courses, you see at the very bottom of the standards document, there's a link. This is academic standards and alignment, so in indicators. And that's when the committee gets together to revise the standards. We also look at the academic standards to see what is being taught in conjunction with teaching our class. because we can talk about finance, but we're also talking about math, or we're talking about social studies. When we teach entrepreneurship, we're talking about economics. We're talking about math as well, especially if we're doing income statements and financial documents. If we're talking about OSHA, then you might be embedding some science. If you're talking about solving a problem, that's scientific too, the logical decision-making process. So there's just, integrating our academics with our curriculum. In November, I'm doing computer science and business science and marketing, and that's talk more about the new computer science class. And then I have a December workshop. Tammy, I was telling you about this, about integration of technology. And I'm hoping teachers will come in and do a share about what they're doing to do their synchronous and asynchronous, when they're doing their asynchronous and synchronous lessons, what technology they're using. So I thought we could share that information with the field and with all our teachers. I mean, anything that helps us write. In January, I'll be talking about Excel. And in February, I'll be talking about Access. I'll be sharing some skills. Please make sure, Ms. Pam, right? Please make sure that you join your professional organization, SCDoE. Is it $15 to join, Ms. Pam? Do you remember?
It's 20.
$20. And
Yes,
your membership dues permits you to be part of this really cool organization, so you can hear more of me talking and do other professional development. I think we have a Bitmoji PD coming. I don't remember what day it was. Do you, Miss Pam? You don't either? I don't either. I know it's coming. I just don't know when. So Bridget Wolf is our president, and she's big into code.org. So she's pulling a lot of code.org PD into it. Oh, speaking of code.org, next, how many of you have attended that Computer Science Professional Development Week down in Charleston last summer? I see your hand raised. Anybody else tended to be prepared to teach computer science?
It was virtual this past summer.
Right. So, which is cool. Well, they're going to offer, in addition to what's been offered, we're going to have a data information workshop there too. So when you attend the training, you will be hopefully comfortable in teaching my new computer science class. I'm so excited when my director says, and Dana, we're going to do this. I'm like, yay! It just made me do the happy dance, y'all, because I swear for years, since I was soon being the program lead for business finance and marketing, the districts are like, what about IBA? Can it be computer science? And I just had to wait until the dust settled. And then they started thinking about, well, what can we do to get IBA to become computer science? So I did the process. So I'm just so excited. I've just been affirmed, and it just makes me happy to know that I'm meeting the needs of my districts and my teachers to get them ready to move forward into the 2020s and the 2030s. I won't be around in the 2030s. I only, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to be around the 2030s. Oh, Lord. Anyways, so it's fun times. Okay. Contact information. Here you go. Take a snapshot. Now, I am working virtually, just like you. And so if you email me, I get that voice over IP. So if you call me, leave a message, and that message will go into my email, and I check as soon as I receive it. I do live in the country. I'm not in the country right now. I am in Beaufort at my brother and sister's house, my sister and brother-in-law's house, who have great Wi-Fi. He's a networking expert. And so I'm able to share this really awesome Zoom experience with you without my country experience at home when I'm talking and you don't hear me for a couple seconds. So it's really cool. Okay.
So, Dana, we actually had a question. Pam wanted to know if the attendees were going to get a copy of the PowerPoint.
I guess if how do you want to do this, Ms. Rhonda? Are you posting PowerPoints? I can post it at my website.
That's a good idea, Dana. I think that's a
Okay.
really good idea. That question was asked of Jim last night, and he didn't realize that he was saying yes to something that was uh, not given away generally.
Hmm.
So I
I'll
think
post it at my website,
that
but
would be very good.
basically this is the same. I took this as what I told my directors today. I just added Angel Malone slides in the beginning. I want everyone to know about those stats because they're really awesome to hear about. And so I've just shared with you what I already shared with the state, with the 120 people that were in the meeting this morning. So it'll be at the state website for the fall update, but I'll put it on my program pages and make sure that everyone has access to it. And I'll send out an email going, I'm sorry you couldn't make it to the finance forum, but here's the PowerPoint link if you're interested in finding out. So some really cool things are going on. Y'all, it is, my head spins sometimes. What can I do to assist you? Please let me know. Shoot me an email, talk to me right now. You can open up your mic. I'll try to help you as best as I can. I work with a team of awesome people in CTE and a very caring, wonderful, charismatic director. We couldn't ask for a better director. So especially during this past time, she's been nationally recognized. So it's just really cool times.
Well, Dana, our time, we're right at 7:41.
Oh my gosh, I
You
couldn't have
pulled it
done it
off.
better.
You pulled it off. I just want to say thank you. And you were talking about your awesome team. Well, you are certainly awesome. And look at all
Oh,
the stuff you've just covered. I mean, that was a lot, and it was well structured. Thank you. I learned a lot myself, and I'm the accountant for the organization. I am not a financial literacy expert, although I love it. So I want to thank you for being here and for being such a support of SC Finance Forum for all these years.
oh my gosh, Miss Rhonda, I didn't even I got SC economics information, but I never came to the finance forum. And when I saw it, when I got in my position and I was invited, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much information I missed over all the years. And so I really encourage everybody when I get together with my teachers and put it in my newsletters. I encourage them all because it's just a really
I think it's a
just
great
great resource.
opportunity for all of us. So I also want to thank Cassidy. Cassidy's stepmother is our co-worker over here at SC Economics. And while I'm having my coffee in this wine mug that she gave me for Christmas, it's not wine, I promise. Anyway, also, I want to thank the teachers who are present. My gosh, I know y'all are working like crazy. And just the little bit of time that I've spent just trying to work on this event with the planning and everything, I just have a small taste of what y'all are going through regularly. So we're glad you were able to squeeze in the time to come. Recorded sessions are going to be available as of Friday. They will be on the website. The next 4 things that I talk about are going to all be found on www.scfinanceforum.org. And that website is going to be up all year.
It actually looks like we may have a question, Delanne.
Go ahead.
Oh.
You got it?
Never mind. I'm sorry, Rhonda. Feel free to go. Go ahead.
I saw the one about the PowerPoint. Cool.
Yeah. I think somebody had their hand raised.
Oh, I have some people that were on the phone. It says, Dana, will you please ask the people on the phone to introduce themselves? I don't think we knew they were in until after we did our introduction. Can you unmute yourselves, guys?
Start with 9350. Last 4 digits, 9350. Hello. How about 2042? Oh, well. Well, anyway, so here we go. www.scfinanceforum.org. sign up for one more session tonight. That's all we got. 8 o'clock.
How is it again?
www.scfinanceforum.org.
That's spell it right. O-R-G. scfinanceforum.org.
That's it. So here's three more things that you will find on that website. You can earn $50 incentive for attending 2 or more live sessions. You're going to learn about that in just a minute. Cassidy's going to give you the details, but I'll also tell you the details are on the website. You can also apply for a $500 mini grant, classroom mini grant from Jumpstart. That's also on the website. Jumpstart gave us a wonderful grant for this event, and so they are on the sponsor page, and so you can see that mini grant and how to apply for that right there. Jump on that. So last but not least, I said this wrong last night, so anybody who attended any of the webinars I was involved in heard me say $500 to $1,500. The real number is $500 to $3,000 by becoming a financial literacy master teacher. This program is generated through our state treasurer, who is all about financial literacy, Future Scholar 529, college plan. If you can jump on that website, our website, scfinanceforum.org, you can just go straight to the videos, slide down to almost the bottom, and you will see Treasurer Loftus talking about this program. Right underneath the video is the website www.scflmt, which you'll learn all about it. It's a wonderful program. Cohort 3 opens up January 1st, 2021. Jump on it right away on the 1st of January before it fills up. I am thrilled with that program. So that's me for tonight. I'm going to turn it over to Cassidy.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Again, thank you.
Yeah, we just wanted to thank you all for coming. And like Rhonda said, if you attend 2 or more of the webinars during the virtual finance forum, you are eligible to receive a $50 incentive. So just to receive that, you need to fill out the evaluation form, and that will be emailed out to everybody who attended on Thursday morning. So tomorrow morning, it'll be sent to you all, and we have one more time slot for tonight. So if you haven't gotten your second one in, that's a perfect time to do so.
If anybody wants to jump onto another event after this, but they are not already registered, write it in the chat and I'll help you hook up.
Yeah, and that link is also in the chat. So if anybody wants to go on there, that's the SE Finance Forum website, and you can get on there and register that way.
It's been a joy, guys. I hope you all do well. Please think about these mini grants and have a great, until we meet again, time.
I'm gonna correct something, Dana, that you wrote. It's $500 to $3,000.
Yeah.
That is financial SC. Whoops.
Master teacher.
Financial literacy master.
That's what I got for pressing enter too fast. I went, oh.
There we go. There we go. The 500 is Jumpstart. Hey, jump on and look at the Jumpstart video from Brandon Pugh. It's wonderful. We just put it up today. Check it out. Dana, check it out.
I'm going to put it on my program page to make sure it's there as additional resources.
Fantastic. I'm going to let Jim say hello to everybody real quick.
Hey, thank you all for participating. Hey, I appreciate it, Dana.
He's just finished a webinar.
We just finished with consumer affairs on the other side of the wall. So, but thank you all, and Cassidy, thanks for helping out with some of the technical things too. It really
of course.
takes a village here. So we appreciate it. Hope everybody stays engaged and sign up. Andrea, hey, how you doing? Good to see all these happy faces that I recognize. So we'll see you all along the line, and thanks again. And please fill out your vowels and sign up for your money and check out the website and the videos and all that. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.